Nope, that needs to come closer. Ooh, that was a bit loud. Huh. Hey, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure how many people actually have this set. I should have looked into that. One sec, I'm still setting up the camera. Y'all get a face cam today. Okay, that should do it. Just wanted to get y'all closer and also whatnot. Yeah. Hello. I'm about to finish bag 4, I think. Now, do keep in mind that this is not new out of the box. It was my grandfather's first, and he unfortunately passed away, but that was at the beginning of the year. But I did get it now. I've gotten ownership of it, and I decided it was time to build it. I got college in what, 20 days, something like that, and I was like, this is every Lego Star Wars fan's dream, is to build this, and I'm gonna build this. And I spent all day yesterday taking it apart. Okay, not all day yesterday. I spent like I spent 7 hours taking it apart yesterday, 7 hours at most, and that took a really really long time. And I'll tell y'all guys. So the worst part to take apart is this piece. I don't know if you know this piece, but I only have like 2 or 3 before this. Now I have like 50. But especially whenever taking apart the main structure, they're everywhere on the main like beam. You know, the beams for just the main support. Um, let's see if I can get y'all in here. For like, okay, where's a good one? See all these, just especially in here, like where you can't get very easy access to behind it, because these are super frictioned in there. Like it's painful to pull them out from the front. My fingertips were in so much pain yesterday. Like this one, like this part here and this part here, these were a pain in the butt. I had to pry apart the pieces, and because you can't really get access to behind them, so you can't stick stuff in behind them first, like you can these. Like you can take this off and then stick a pin in there and push it out slowly. But with these, I had to like grip them really hard and pull. It was it was agony at points. It sucked. I do not recommend taking this apart ever, because this thing does not want to come apart. I can tell you that much. Currently, I'm building. Let's see. I can show you what step I'm on. The step I'm on step 304. Yep, we're on step 304, page 155, 166. XQ 66, whatever. I believe there's about 1,000 steps. No, I think there's more than that. There's at least almost 500 pages. I think there's, yeah, almost 500. I'm on page 166. So I'm about a fifth of the way through. I'm probably more so closer to a fourth of the way through, which is very surprising because I've only been building this for a few hours now. I think so far I'm on, let's see, it's 128 for me. I started building around 8. So that would be about 9 hours today, and I'd say about 4 hours yesterday. I got this from my grandfather. He ordered it just off of like Lego.com or whatever. Before, like, for like a year ago or whatever, he was on this huge Lego spree where he just bought Lego sets left, right, and center. He got like 50 sets or something. And I do remember whenever he got this, I got the box immediately after because he didn't keep the boxes, so I just took them. And I was like, one day, man, I'll get it. And sorry, I'm out of breath because I'm getting hit with that excitement. But I'm building it here. Like I said, it was a pain in the ass to take apart. I said a no word, my bad, but still. I'm just getting my point across that it was a pain, because that was not fun. I can show you what my setup is currently, my building setup. So what I got is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buckets. So starting here, now let's start here. These are all the bricks with side studs, like snot pieces. So all these are all the small Technic parts, or really just like the small Technic beams, and then all of the Technic pins and axles. These are all the 1x blank plates, or studs, and then also some of the modified ones. I didn't put all the clip pieces in here. I probably should have. And here is all of the sloped and round bricks, as well as the lip pieces, the pieces with the lip. Here is all of the 2x plus, either 2x2 or more pieces, in the modified ones here. So yeah, any plate really. I love it. There's no loot boxes anymore, but yeah. And here is, it was initially all of, what's this doing? Oh, it's stickered. This is all the stickered parts as well, but it's also all of the tiled pieces, and also the detailed pieces, but also all of the bar pieces. Really, just all this the tiny little like greebly parts too, and whatnot. And here's all the Technic bricks, or long Technic axles, as well as just these, because these were like left over at the very end. So yeah, that's all of these. And here is all of the bricks. This is the final thing. This is all the bricks and the slopes and the, just, this is kind of an miscellaneous brick bucket, but it's still kind of sorted. Well, I knew I had to, or else this thing would take even longer to build, because otherwise I'd just have a huge lake of parts to build, or to, I'd have a huge lake of parts in front of me, and I did not want to have to go through that, because I guarantee you that'll take even longer. It was worth it. I think it's going to end up being worth it, because there's so many parts, and it's nice to have some form of order. What are the sets he got? Okay, this is going to be a long list. Let's see. So he's got the Millennium Falcon. I think that would be his most expensive one. He had the first playset Death Star, not the revised one, but like the original one with the old face printings and whatnot. He had the second Death Star set, which is one that I think we're going to end up selling, because I don't have room for it, and it would make a good bit of money off, online. And then let's see, he had the Super Star Destroyer. I'm just naming the bigger sets first. He had the Super Star Destroyer. He got the Slave one. I want this UCS Slave one really bad, but I don't know if I have any space for it either. He got the what is it, 20th anniversary Slave one. He's got the UCS A wing, UCS B wing. He got a lot of UCS sets. He was really, money wasn't his problem. I think his problem was just building, space, or not building space, display space. Let's see. He got, I think the last set he built was the Razor Crest. Let's see, for just other sets, he got the entire collection of AT-APs. The three-legged walker from the Clone Wars. Something isn't right. I've been tempted to mod it. So one part that I think I definitely might end up modding, okay, let me just flip the camera, is this spot. Because this spot is basically like these two, except it's completely vacant. I know this one is needed for other stuff, but because, it has the cockpit hallway and also this thing. But this part, I know for a fact, is just completely vacant. Almost completely. It does have some other Technic structuring here and there. But I think I may end up, I just don't know what to put here. Because like we've got the common area, which I can't find one of the tiles here, the black tile. It's like, I think there's only 3 in this set, and I just can't be bothered to look for it for the time being. I'll end up taking one from my collection if I can't find another one. But he doesn't usually forget parts. I know I've already had some parts break. Let's see, where's one? I placed one over here. Here it is. This part here, this part broke, which is annoying because this is one that I think I only have one of. As you can see, the clip broke. And the other parts that broke are also clipped parts. Here's one. Just a couple of the robot arms broke, which is annoying, obviously. But I'm surprised none of the dark red parts have broken because dark red parts are infamous, and at least in my collection, they're infamous for getting broken. But yeah, I'm not sure what other rooms to add because they did implement the big rooms. If anything, I'd like to add a cockpit hallway, but that's not happening. I can tell y'all now. I like adding my cockpit hallways into my Millennium Falcons, but that would require a whole crap ton of just modification. And I don't want to have to I don't want to have to figure out how to completely rebuild half the set just so I can have a hallway to the cockpit. Yeah. See, the Slave one, it's so beautiful. And I knew the thing that I wanted to get first was the Millennium Falcon because, like I said, it's the biggest Lego Star Wars set that they've made. I'm pretty sure it still is, right? Yeah. It's got the most pieces and whatnot of the Lego Star Wars sets. It's every Lego Star Wars fan's dream. Even then, it's just, yes, she did get a kitchen. And yeah, it kind of was. No, it was over here. Oh, that's what I can do. I can add the bed areas, with all the beds because they didn't add any of those. Good. Yeah, because Han did build Leia a kitchen for their wedding anniversary or for their wedding. But yeah, but so it's just every Lego Star Wars fan dreams of building the UCS Falcon, not only because it is the biggest Lego Star Wars set, but because it's the biggest Lego Star Wars set of the most iconic vehicle. You know, this is it's just you can't pass on building this thing. It's a beast. It's I remember I'm sure everyone thought this, oh, I'll never be able to get that thing because it's a monster. Everybody wants it, and not everybody can get it. So I am thankful to be able to get it, you know. Um, yeah. But yeah, y'all can keep the comments coming. I like interaction. I really like it to interact with y'all. That's usually what I like to do with live streams. And thankfully, I can actually have a productive live stream now because I'm not just building on my own and getting distracted. I'm actually building a set, so I know what I'm trying to do. Yeah, they really need to make a Venator. I really think it should be Clone Wars though, because in episode, or I guess Battlefront 2, because in episode 3 the Venator doesn't have the as it's it didn't have the side hangers or the long hanger that connects. Let me see. I made a Master Builder Series scale one. I can bring that down here and show y'all. It's probably about the same size as this without all of the attachments. Like I think my Master Builder Series set is about this big, complete, like with the mandibles and everything. This thing doesn't even have the mandibles yet. Doesn't even have the cockpit. Doesn't even have the huge round bits. Like I genuinely think this thing is probably like almost 3 times the size of my Millennium Falcon I made. But yeah, I really do want to compare them, and I do have a video that I recorded that I still need to upload, and it's basically me talking about how I don't think I'll be doing any more custom Lego sets for a bit of time. I can go over I can talk about everything that I talked about in that video, and it is because as I've been telling y'all, I do have college coming up, and that is important. And unfortunately, at college, I am, of course, not going to have Lego bricks because I'm going out of. I'm living on campus for college. Actually, at my college, I have to do that. They require us, this freshman to live on campus. But I won't have my Legos with me. Sorry to use the improper wording, but yeah, I won't have them with me. Um, I can do videos because I do have a gaming computer now, so I do have access to my Minecraft Star Wars world. I basically created it into a realm so I could save it on my computer and also on my phone just in case. So I do have a copy of it on the computer and my phone, so I can do videos on those if I ever get the chance. But it's just unless I also get Lego sets while out there, like at college. That's also a possibility. Like if I get small sets to put up in my dorm room and whatnot, and it's going to be not the best time to do YouTube, like as much as I do, I won't be able to build up. Hey, Duke Boy 18? Duker Boy, I'm so sorry. I accidentally forgot the R. But yeah, like I'm saying, like if I made any videos at college, it would either be like gaming type stuff, or it would be just new smaller set reviews that I put up on, that I get while at college, which is not even very likely. My sister, who's actually got an apartment up, where I'm going to college. One sec. Ooh, this is probably loud. Okay, my sister, who actually, she's also going to the college I'm going to, but she's got an apartment up there, and initially she offered me the option of keeping the Falcon up there and just building it throughout the year whenever I feel like, whatnot. But I was ready to build it now, and also I think that's better because then I wouldn't have to worry about transporting it from an hour up in north, bringing it all the way down here, because it was a pain. It was like whenever I brought it from my grandparents' house, it was scary on its own having to drive that down the road because it's like I don't want this thing to drop, or I don't want it to, because it was just balancing on a seat. I was actually driving with one hand. Shh, don't tell anyone, but I was driving with one hand holding the wheel and then the other hand holding the actual Falcon. And yeah, that was kind of spooky, just a bit spooky. But surprisingly, it didn't fall, it didn't break. I was scared it would break the moment I got home. And then, it'd been like a whole bunch of work for nothing. But luckily, it didn't break. I didn't lose any parts. My grandfather actually did get a stand from like online. He ordered a stand from another bricks, kind of knockoff Lego company. I don't know if it was knockoff. It's, like whenever you're on Amazon, there's always those advertisements for big UCS set stands for sets that don't have stands. Like it's obviously they're not Lego and they're not trying to be Lego, but it's like it has the picture of the Lego set on this stand. I can bring this stand down too, but he got a stand for the Falcon, which basically like it displays it at an angle like this, and it doesn't have real Lego bricks, but I think that is what I'll still end up using for display because there's not much space here, and I'm scared of it getting broken by getting moved around by other people while I'm away. It's just, peace of mind. That's also another thing. I don't want this getting destroyed while while I'm not around. I don't expect my parents to try and take it apart because I told my mom especially that this thing was a pain in the butt to take apart the first time. Oh, hey, we finished the fourth bag basically. I can show it off in a sec. Okay, let me double check that everything's all good. All right, it's all good. So we're on the bag 5. Let me get the camera. Hey guys. So I think we're just doing that huge thing back here. So we're finishing that off, and then that. What other details? I'm not seeing any other details. Yeah, it looks like all we're doing is just half of the pie. That back half with all the lights and whatnot. I don't think it's a long step. I think I remember checking potentially. Let me turn the camera around. We're in my living room right now. That's where I've decided to build it. Eventually, once I get closer to the end, I am going to have to move it upstairs to finish up building whenever it gets heavier, because this is going to be a pain in the butt to move around. So, Ooh, a ×2 build. This thing is, I was scared there wouldn't be very many ×2 builds because of how the fact that they did a lot of asymmetry. Oh, okay, there's only like 22 pages for this one. I'm hoping to finish this soon, within 20 days, obviously, but I think I will. I'm almost to bed. This shouldn't take too long because it's, like I said, it's only 22 pages until the next bag. It's a lot of steps though. It's like it's like almost 90 steps, but shouldn't take too long. Yeah. Yep, it's only 22. But yep, it's a daunting task. Really, the most annoying part is how usually whenever I reach it to where I'm looking for a part that there's only one left of, like you know, just a small part, and I know for a fact that it's the last one of like all of them. I end up just not being able to find it in the huge collection. Like, let's say, okay, well, for example, there's supposed to be like a little piece here. Um, like it's supposed to be one of, where's one? There we are. See that little 2x4 with the three Technic pinholes? There's supposed to be one that covers here, the grate, but I don't think he remembered to put it in there because whenever I brought it home, I don't remember there being one in there. But so I have those in here. So let's say that's what I'm looking for is the very last one. That takes forever to find in this huge bucket, and it's really loud. One second, I'll answer your question. But so yeah, that's what's getting annoying because like I was looking for the final dark bluish gray 1x1 cheese slope, and I just could not find it whatsoever. So I just went upstairs and grabbed my own. But for what games I play on console, I'll play Battlefront 2, Minecraft, and that's really about it. I'll play Subnautica. I think I've mentioned how much I like that game, but I'll play Subnautica or sometimes Astroneer, which is a really fun game. I don't know how many people have heard of it. It's like kind of like a space game. Um, it's like a space Terraria. I can say kind of like that, but it's not 2D. It's 3D. I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's like super. It's a mix of things. I'm sure people have heard of it, but yeah. But like I said, I got a computer now, and it's actually a gaming computer, so it's more game oriented, and it runs really good. Oh wait, what? Wait. Oh, when did Aiden Goulet get here? I missed a lot of comments. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, how did I miss those? I kept checking. I don't know. I am apologetic. You know, I'm very sorry. Um, but yeah. Hey, let me double check. How's everyone doing so far? Everyone good? Yeah, everyone's doing good. Don't want to miss comments now because I feel like I'm gonna miss comments. We good? Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh man, I got work in 3 hours. Let me tell you, I'm ready to be done with that because then I can actually build and not have to go to work. You know? I mean, of course, I need money, but Lego, Lego's really enticing. Uh, Here we are. Did I miss any comments? Nope, I did not. It is going to be massive. I've already seen the final one. Uh, I've already moved rooms because my sister's moving into my larger room. Over the course of the channel, I've had 2 rooms, but I've been moved back into the first room, the smaller one, and it's really cramped because it's also the game room where we have the Xbox and the just like it's also the guest room, so it has like a day bed in there, so it's really just cramped. And my previous room that I had previously, the larger one, um, that one's just really bare bones. It's really empty, I guess. It has a lot of college dorm room stuff stacked up in one wall, or on one wall, and it's got a lot of bags of trash because I have like 4 bags of just toss out stuff. Ooh, Rhode Island. You should go mess it up. Whichever designer bought. I've thought of it and I've considered, and all that, but it's just sometimes I just can't be bothered. Unfortunately, I get lazy, you know. But that would be fun. Maybe in the future, whenever I've got a bigger eye for looking more professional, I guess, I could. But especially with the fact that I'm not going to be doing really anymore. I don't have any plans for any more videos. I think I've uploaded all of my videos, and I don't have any other builds to record and upload and whatnot. Aside from maybe this, I can maybe do a review of this before I go. Um, Hopefully, if I have time, you know. Depends on how fast I actually build. Um, I should have done more Battlefront 2 sets. Honestly, that's what I've always thought. That's why I've always enjoyed making custom sets on it because it's the perfect opportunity for build for like, you know, selling recognizable ships and whatnot, like X-wings and Starfires just in mass volumes, and also just throwing in a bunch of figures, changing them up, mixing them up. Like you could mix up characters where you could have like characters from all across the Star Wars saga just appearing in one set. You could do more clone variants. Like that's why I've always liked doing, especially the Clone Wars Battlefront 2 sets, is because you can throw in 20 different types of clones in one set, and it doesn't, it makes sense because it's like players like to just change up how they look. You know, I for one love to wear the snowtrooper, stormtrooper skins on Hoth, or not on Hoth. Like on Tatooine, and all sorts of random places, and it's out of place, sure, but it's your choice. It's basically like a big battle pack. They can put desirable clone figures in big sets to get people to buy the big sets that they wouldn't want to get otherwise if it just had like say a clone commander in Mace Windu, you know, just for example, but yeah, like throwing some Kashyyyk skins into Hoth, or not Hoth, you can't do that, but like throw some Kashyyyk skins on Geonosis. Why don't you? It's what you can see in the game whenever playing the game, and it's just like it's some you could get new command. They could have made more commando droids like in newer sets, or they could make ARC troopers. They could bring back the ARC trooper helmet mold, and get like different variants. Because like I love the Battlefront 2 ARC trooper skins, especially the Cobalt Commander. I think is the name of the blue one. That design looks so cool, and especially I really like the Phase One version personally. Just as a little bit of a tangent, I really like that one. I don't know why. It looks cooler to me. But they can make ARC troopers. They can make droidicas, clone commandos. They could have made clone commandos, guys. Well, I mean, you can't really get clones on Starkiller base because they do keep the reinforcements arrow locked. But I mean, like you can get Rey on Kashyyyk or Anakin on Hoth. You can just mix it up and it's fun. And it's just fun to see the different scenarios. Yeah, like I'd love to get different variants of clones too. Like I've always liked to imagine if they made a Battlefront 2 battle pack for clones, they could introduce a new clone mold so that it's the Phase 2 mold, so it can have the rangefinder or the visor or even the macros that the specialist wears. Um, I think for some reason I've always found the specialists look a bit funky for clones. Like I've never really liked how they look with the macros. I think it's just that the macros look so awkward on just a generic clone trooper body and helmet, just with the macro smacked on. Like it just looks out of place, in my opinion, I guess. But like, you know, it's so many opportunities, and then they could give different, character skins in general. Like they could give different versions of Luke in each set. They could do different. They could give us more Maul, like his old master skin. It's the possibilities are endless. Exactly. That's what I've done with my previous video, or with my custom Battlefront 2 place battle packs. Um, Although I think I just put in one of each variant, like a plain specialist, a plain officer, plain clone or plain heavy, and then a plain assault. But still, it's like they could do so much. It would be great. They could give us BB-8 and BB-90 on, I don't know, Kashyyyk. Why don't you? It's like I said, possibilities endless. It's a great opportunity that they really missed. I mean, they hinted at it being possible with the Inferno Squad battle pack, which I thought was great anyways. Like, that battle pack was so cool to get because you could make Iden and the Inferno Squad, and I really like that battle pack. But it's just they should have done more. Kind of like what they did with the battle, even if it was just battle packs, I wouldn't have minded if they did just do battle packs. Kind of like, yeah, the one from the first Battlefront game where it had the Jet Trooper and Officer, and then they also had the Rebel one. Like, I can see battle packs similar to the Rogue One battle packs, the Rebel and the Death Trooper version. That kind of like, kind of generic, useless, but also kind of useful build. Except they wouldn't have to make it useless. Like, they could do a clone command post for a clone trooper one, or put in just a clone command post with like a walker and an ATRT, or they could throw in the staff or the droidica, in a battle droid one, or they could do a mix where they could do 3 clones and 3 battle droids, and then have like a mix of builds, kind of, or they could do a whatchamacallit. They could do a Hoth one that comes with a Tauntaun. The clone commando figures in general, yeah, like it would be so cool to get clone commandos in official sets. Because currently all we can do really is just sand off the fin of a phase 1 clone, and boom, you got yourself a clone commando. Honestly, it works, but it doesn't. Yeah, they could have made like the battle pack in the same vein of the 501st one, and then thrown in a couple battle droids, and just they really missed the mark. They were so close to hitting gold. If they just went on with more Battlefront 2 sets, it would have been great. Perfect. So many possibilities. They wouldn't have had to worry about it being in but no, we already got like a mix of waves. We need to do a full, I like the idea of doing like in 2013 where they did the the Attack of the Clones wave, and in like 2014 2014 I think is whenever they did all the Revenge of the Sith waves and the whatnot, like where they do a full wave of like specific category type thing. But I think Battlefront 2 would have been a cool sub theme that they could have thrown into any wave. Like, 1 or 2 sets in each wave. It could have been a Battlefront 2 set, and it has maybe a special box art for it. Maybe it has the Iden in the corner or something, and it says Battlefront 2 it has the Battlefront 2 logo with the font and whatnot, to help point out the fact that it is not part of like a specialized wave. But I have a like 50 video playlist just showing the fact that there are a whole lot of possibilities for Battlefront 2. Oh, I gotta turn this over. Why? What? Oh my gosh. This is dangerous. So dangerous. There we go. But yeah, it's just, it would have been great. Just get sold. They didn't have to release, just a bunch of Jedi and whatnot. They could do just rebels or clones or droids, and really nobody would have blamed them. And obviously they could have tested the waters, and they didn't have to like go full out first, right? But I feel like maybe they could have done a Corvus, like you said. They could have, like, after the like, or maybe even just alongside the Inferno Squad battle pack, they could have released the Corvus and like, kind of tested it, see, check how popular it was, see if people were buying it, and then they are like, then they decide, yeah, enough people bought that I think it's worth investing in, or nah, that set it's on shelves way too much. Yeah, just the clone part in general is what's really the biggest draw, I think, for a lot of us, because we were deprived of clone content. You know, we were so happy to get more clones, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's best to just test the waters with the campaign, because honestly, there's not enough content in there to make enough sets. Like, you can do stuff based on the campaign that isn't specifically related to the campaign, but then it's just you're doing stuff that are from the game. Like, you could do a Star Destroyer and say, oh, this is just off the campaign, but it would just be easier to just say, yeah, this is a set based off of multiplayer. Like, honestly, it's a big missed opportunity. I don't know why. Like, for example, the Arc 170, it's been so long since we've gotten one, and it's hard to say why the heck it has been so long. Like, what are they waiting for? Surely they're not waiting for a good reason to do it, because Battlefront 2 was a good reason. Everybody was playing that. Um, so like, what's their reason for not making, a new Arc 170 or a new Republic Venator, right? Um, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of confusing why they have been holding off on all those more like fan favorite set ideas. Because, yeah, people have been demanding for a Venator for a really long time. And Lego's just kind of been, like, oblivious to that. It's kind of funny how much they try to please everyone, but then they go out of their way to accidentally mess up and not please everyone. I think, yeah, I don't know. They definitely not do that many figures. I think if people really do want that many figures in one set, I think what they're wanting is just a larger scale play set. Because, like, I agree with the idea that UCS sets should not come with like a billion figures. I think the Falcon was a good case of it working, because it was a whole lot of, like, this set is minifigure scale. They made it more like display oriented. They went out of their way to put interiors in it. Like the first one, that one didn't really make sense why it had in all the figures it did, because there wasn't any real interior aside from the gunner pit, I think, and also like the cockpit and the very shallow docking bay. This one actually has playable interior space. They went out of their way to actually add that, and that makes sense why they'd put in more. Uh, they'd put in actual, like, characters, more than just 2 or 3. So that's my point of view. I agree that the gunship should not have come with a billion figures. I think 2 figures is a good number, but I do believe that people are right that it should have at least come with the pilot, because every UCS set, I believe, so far has had its proper, or um its what am I saying? Every single UCS set so far has come with its correct driver, I guess. I don't know. Uh, just pilot, yeah. Um, and this is the first set, I think. Yeah, this is like the very first set to not come with the proper driver, pilot person. But yeah, dude, I need to take a break. I think I'm gonna end it. Okay, I'm winded. Um, this was a bit of a short stream, but I thank you all for coming. I'm happy I got to share a bit of this with y'all, but I'll see y'all around.